Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hello. Hello, and welcome back to Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine and Chris. How's everybody doing? How's
Hi,
Chris
guys.
doing?
How are you, Christine?
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. 2 more days of antibiotics and
Well, you
medicine's
sound
behind
better.
me.
You look vibrant. You look happy.
Yeah,
So-
I am.
You sure it wasn't from our sponsor?
Oh, well,
You sure
it's
it wasn't
good
from our
ice,
sponsor?
too.
Well, just so you guys know, we always got to say this portion of the show is sponsored by the one and only Beach Buddha Coffee, the best roast from coast to coast. It helped Christine get over her pneumonia or her.
Oh, no, don't make any medical
Or-
claims. We're going to get in trouble.
So cheers to that.
But I am most definitely getting better.
You're good. You look good. You sound good. We've been talking about it all week. You're great. You're great.
I am. Thank you.
You got it. You got this, girl.
So how's the weather in Jersey?
The weather in Jersey right now is fantastic. The sun is out. I'm watching the sunset as we speak. It's about 75 degrees. It's not humid. It's a really nice time of year.
Wait a minute. It's not what?
Humid.
Humid? Oh, just checking.
It's humid.
Humid. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, now I got to go back to language class. Oh,
I'm just
boy.
teasing. It was very slight. I was just,
It was humid. It's humid.
It's human. I gotcha. Human. It's real.
It's real time.
Okay.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, but it's a great
nice
day.
here too. It's nice here too. The weather has been like 54 when I get up in the morning.
So it's colder over there.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
beautiful. Yeah, and then it gets up to about 80 during the day.
80's good. I'll take that.
Yeah,
80's good.
Fantastic. Morning walks is like at it's not even 60 degrees yet at 7 in the morning.
That's great. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So, I guess we have to we got to say thank you to all the people that have been coming in and talking to us. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. I agree. Thank you, everybody. There has been so much attention to the podcast, which I absolutely love. I mean, it's going to be slow going. It'll build every week, but yeah, I absolutely love it.
I have to see something because I don't think, all right. You know what?
What?
I had to make some changes here. Hold on a minute. All right. We are not live on the media. Or I am not. Now it should be. Let's see. I didn't when we went live. See, we're getting used to this thing, and I don't know if it's it should be now. We are. Now we're live. So folks that
I'll bet when I hit live I didn't click the channels.
That's right. See, on our new system here, we have to click some channels and hit some buttons and play some music, and we have to have all this dialogue before we get on. And next thing you know,
It was my fault. It was my fault. It was my fault.
It's our fault because we should be doing this together. Now we're live, so those who cannot see us can see us now.
Okay. So welcome to Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine and Chris. We're so happy to see you.
You make it sound so sexy when you say that.
Ooh, so sexy. Well, it is sexy.
It is.
Sexy talk.
It is. So for those of you that are just logging on, this portion of the show is sponsored by the one and only Beach Buddha Coffee, the best roast from coast to coast.
That's right.
BeachBuddhaCoffee.com. It helped Christine get over her little cough. No
medical claims here.
Well, nothing.
Don't do that. I keep saying, don't do that. Get our podcast shut down.
That's what you meant. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
But it is good.
It is good. So, all right. Now that everybody can see us, thanks to everybody that's been logging on. I mean, you've been getting a ton of emails and a ton of responses from people rather. And
sorry, guys. I know. I go and I post the link, and then we don't even see them.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a ton of people coming on. Did you see all the new people that joined the group that told us why and where and how? And
I did. And now we have over 200 people in the group.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's only 1 week. 1 week. We got to get 2 million. We're not too far off.
At least. Come on, guys. Do your job. Share.
There. So I don't know. So let me ask you a question. What do you think about platonic relationship?
Oh, he's jumping right in.
What am I supposed to do?
I thought we'd talk about the email that we got.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's an ongoing controversy
So
that
now
I have a feeling everybody's
trying to beat
everybody's tuning in to hear about the ongoing saga of Chris Anthony. No?
Oh God. All right. You handle it.
Okay, so guys, so after we got off the podcast last week, I got an email from somebody named, what was it? Vito
Castro.
Cordova?
Lenomo?
No, okay, guys, I'm gonna read you.
You talk about it. I'll look it up.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I put my glasses on, so let me just tell you the email that I got from Vito Locapo.
And that's a town in Sicily.
Right. Chris did a little sleuthing, guys, because this is another person attacking his character. So I don't blame him. So Vito, our friend Vito, I don't think Vito knows John Lawrence. Doesn't say that he does, but he has the same complaint. Okay, so he says, I can tell you, okay, I'm just going to read it verbatim. Chat was not working, but I can tell you, and before you ask, I will not come on the show. Happy to live chat. So I did invite Vito to join the YouTube live chat so we can talk to Vito Locapo. But he goes on. He is beyond a liar. What he just said, he has ripped apart multiple women after the fact, personal and publicly. And a player? Yes, John is so right. He tells one woman he loves her while he chases others. This is why he has never had a serious relationship. All his relationships are breakup, chase, breakup, chase. And that's all Vito wrote. And I'm assuming that, Vito sounds like a very disgruntled woman.
Is it Vito or is it Vito?
I am not making any assumptions of your gender. You need to come on. But why won't Vito? Why was the first thing Vito said is, I will not come on the show?
See, that's my thing. All right. And we're going to be all over the place with this today. We're going to put this to bed shortly, and then we're going to go to the next.
Yeah, we're not going to spend too much time on this, guys. It's silly.
If you're going to make a statement, and I say this to anybody about anything, back it up. Okay. And, hasn't anybody ever been in a relationship that's gone bad?
Well, Chris, wait. First thing, let me ask you a question that's burning everybody's minds. Have you ever had a serious relationship? Because according to Vito, you never have. All you've done is burn through women.
Several. First of all, I was engaged many, many, many years ago, to a wonderful person who to this day we're still friendly, and her family's beautiful, and I'm friendly with her family. Okay. So it just wasn't right for us to be married at the time.
And thank goodness you realized it before doing it.
Right. And she was fantastic. She's married now. Her and her husband are very happy. So
that's one serious relationship.
I had one shortly after that. No, not shortly, but after that lasted 5 years. And we were just
long
young.
Term.
We were young. We broke up for silly reasons. I was young in my business and running around and always working, and it's hard. In her defense, there's women around me all the time, and people get the wrong idea, and it was hard for her to understand that. And
okay, let's just say you don't need to go into the reasons. I'm just curious whether you've had long term. So you've had at least 2 long term. You've had one more recently too, right?
I had more than that. I had enough. My recent relationship was 2 years.
Yeah. Okay, so you've definitely had long term. I think what Vito means is you've never been married, which is not a crime. I happen to know a lot of men who never got married, and and are looking for serious relationships and are decent guys. So that is not the litmus test for a horrible person or a player, is the fact that they never got married. That's not it.
So. Right. So I don't understand, my theory is that whoever's saying this, first off, Donna, Tish, and Dawn, I think they're watching. They're three of my very dear friends, and I'm proud. They love you. They think you're great. And a bunch of people. I can't see exactly who's on right now. I don't know what's going on with all the technology. Hopefully people are getting this. People are sending me messages. Where do we get it? How do we find it? Anyway.
Well, I put the link on the group, just so you know.
Yeah, no, I know you did. Yep.
So they could go to watch it on YouTube.
I'm trying to tell people YouTube, but so they said to me, are you okay with this? People, almost insulting your character and your well. I said, listen, I know who I am. If somebody wants to talk about me, if that's what they want to say and what they want to do, I've made mistakes. We've all made mistakes, but carry on. If that makes you happy to talk about me and insult and deform my character, you're wrong.
Well, but see this. Okay, good. Ladies, let me offer this perspective. Chris has a platform now. I'm assuming that these people, whoever they are, have never said anything nice about him. If given the opportunity, they've always said what they're saying, but now they're able to say it publicly, and Chris can defend himself if he so wishes, which he so wishes.
He so wishes. And, I have to be honest with you.
And real quick, I didn't push Chris into doing this. Chris wanted to do this. I did not tell Chris that, this would be great to talk about. No.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. It's part of the fun. It's Unfiltered Real Talk. This is what we're doing. We're going to have lots of conversations. This one's going to be cut semi-short because we're going to move to the next thing. But You know what? I'm proud of who I am. I've got amazing people all around me. Men, women, children of those men and women that I've watched grow, clients over the years that I'm blessed with. So I know who I am. If you dive into anybody's past, when things, we're going to get there.
Hey, I have a past. Let me go put my red dress on.
Yeah. So, but it's, it makes us who we are. If you dive into your past, everybody's got something, and relationships between
you're not alive without a past.
That's right. They go bad. They go bad sometimes. Somebody gets more hurt or somebody gets more pissed off than the other one. Of course, their people are going to join them on that roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
And my people, whoever they are going to join me and hopefully defend
me. 3 sides to every story, guys.
That's right. And if I did something wrong, my people, and I'm not saying my closest people, are going to be the first ones to tell me right then and there, dude, you need to rethink this. And they have.
Yeah, that's good. That means you got good people.
I do.
Hold you accountable.
They don't sugarcoat me. They don't defend me.
Maybe Vito and John don't have the blessing of these people in their life to tell them, hey, you're being a little bit of a dweeb. You're being a little bit of a, I don't know.
I don't know who this Vito and John, he or she or they or whatever are, but you know what? Listen, unless you really know me, and if you think you really know me, and if you're an ex and you want to talk about it, or if you're a friend of an ex, or if you're a new lover of an ex, talk to me. Come on the show.
There's a live platform right here. Yeah. You can talk.
Back it up.
It's real welcome. Talk. You're welcome. Yeah. And there's no animosity here. Nobody's going to attack you.
Nope.
We said this last week. We're all friendly.
Never. We're gonna curb what you say if you say something wrong, but we're not gonna stop you from saying what you feel.
Well, if you think that you're going to come on and Chris isn't going to have an active conversation, which will include defending himself, that would be wrong.
Right.
It would happen that way. That's, but it could definitely be adult and humorous and entertaining and fine, and everybody can walk away unscathed and hopefully informed.
Exactly. And I can tell you, which leads me, I guess, to what we were talking about.
We have a semi-topic, guys. Semi-structure tonight.
No, a little bit. I don't know. Well, our conversation earlier, which we can't really get into.
Not yet.
We will. real connection. Real connection. Real kinetic one-on-one, you know, I never saw you before, insatiable eye contact, like, whoa. You know? Soulmate level, whether it was a platonic friendship that took some crazy course, or whether it was a stranger that walked up to you and here you are, and what are you
random struck by lightning?
I mean, what is that? Does that exist? I think it does. I think it does.
Yes.
I think it does.
I totally think it does.
Have you had an experience, Christine?
Yes. Yes, I absolutely have. And it the thing is, it's so I guess so rare, kind of, you know, I think it's rare, that when it happens to us, I think we can pretty quickly believe it's going to be like some sort of true love scenario. It has to be, because wow, you know, all you do is touch that person and it's like real energy you can feel. I just touched a electric fence or something, you know. I mean, it's like crazy. Yes. I feel your energy. You walk in the room and I know you're back there. Yes. It's that kind of crazy energy. But the thing is, even with people like that, when you go and you actually get some serious, you know, one-on-one time and you get to learn who they really are, and it's not just about their energy, it's about their character and their personality and all the stuff, you find out a lot of times, probably way more than we want it to happen, that they aren't meant for us. And there are a lot of reasons why it won't work. Are not. Because sexual attraction and sharing energy like that, while it's absolutely amazing, is not the only criteria for a long-standing, you know, sustainable relationship. But you won't know it until you spend time with them, and that's the inherent risk of dating that I hate, but you can't get away from.
That's my point. So you meet somebody, you hit it off. There's this amazing kinetic energy between you. There's something's going on, whether it's tequila talking or whether it's real and there's coffee talking, whatever it is.
Yeah,
you got to spend time to get to know that person, right?
Yeah,
so
you do.
How many times in a lifetime has that happened?
But I just want to add a little caveat to that, Chris. As the, you know, great movies will show you in life, sometimes you might have that amazing chemistry, and due to circumstances beyond our control, they're with someone else, they live somewhere else, you know, and aren't in any sort of position to leave that place or whatever. You know, they're in the military and they're leaving for 2 years, whatever. Right. Sometimes there is something you can't change about that, and you can't spend any time with them, you know, and it's not meant to be. They leave. And you have to have that, like, that faith that if that person truly, if there was more there than just this crazy energy, it will come back to you.
So how does one stay put? So you say someone's leaving.
You don't. In that circumstance, you do not like stay put and wait. No, the only way this works is if you go on with your life. Because if it's going to come back to you, it's going to come back to you at the right time. It's people who believe in predestination, you know, I mean, it's going to come back when it comes back. You're not going to sit around for 2 years and stop living your life, or 5 years, or however long it's going to take. They could come back next week, but you keep living your life. And yeah, you could end up end up in a relationship, and it might not be it. You know, it might not be the best. You also could find out that person just was not meant to be.
Okay, so now this person goes away for 2 weeks, 2 months, a year, whatever. You go on with your life, as you say. You date somebody, you date somebody else, whatever the case. This person comes back. Where does it become a fair deal? Now,
what do you mean?
In other words, you got this person that went away. Like I said, whether it's a week, a month, a day, a year.
Yeah, right. It just didn't work. They left.
They go away. They go away. They leave you. They're married. They're dating. Right. They're in a relationship. Whatever. You just met and you don't know. They got to go about their life.
Let's say they're married and they go away, and 2-3 years later they start contacting you and telling you never got over knowing you. You know, you never left my mind. I'm divorced. Just thought I'd check in with you, right?
Now they check in.
Yeah.
You've moved on with your life.
Yeah.
You're dating somebody, 2 years, whatever. You meet this person, okay? Whoever it is. You say, okay, now as a human being, curiosity and whatever, unless you are so in love beyond top of the world belief that with the person you're with, you're gonna go see this person.
Right. I mean,
most likely.
I agree. I agree. Unless you are in a fantastically well vetted, well put together relationship,
right?
You are going to. Most people would.
So you go and meet this person.
I'm just going to go have coffee.
Yeah, you go have coffee, whatever. Right. I like that idea. Coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
So you go and meet this person, and that exact same energy is back. It's back. You're in. You're like, oh God, now what? So that brings me back to: are you a player? Are you now what? You feel you want to be with this person. Now, what does that do with the other person? You got to make
you know where the player meets the road, so to speak. It's at that moment.
The turtle and the rabbit.
Well, it's at that moment, Chris. It's at that moment. I think that if you are in a not great place when that supposed possible love of your life reached out to you again, if you're in a not great relationship and you meet for coffee platonically, and it seriously is, but you know, you probably had ulterior motives to find out if that connection is still there, but it doesn't matter because you have a pure heart as far as you're going to meet and you're going to leave and you're going back to that relationship.
You just said you have a pure heart.
That is the point. The only way that you are not a player is if you have the meeting, and it's not a date, it's a catching up with an old friend. You have that in a 100% platonic way. I don't give a damn what you feel. There is no hand holding. There's no touching. There's no nothing. Your hug is a side hug. You know, it's a kiss on the cheek, if that. And then you go home to your person and you give it some thought. And then you have that hard discussion with your person before you talk to that other person too, because you're a player. If you start playing each other off each other, which one will stay with me? Which one will be there tomorrow? I don't want to break up with her if she's not none of that.
Right.
You deal with your current relationship.
Roll the dice. No one to hold them.
It's a risk. It's a risk.
It's a risk.
But if you're not a player, it's a risk. You're going to have to deal with your bad relationship before you make a move on the other one. All you've done is reaffirm you're not in the right relationship. That's all.
Wait a minute. You just said something. You said you have to go back and deal with your bad relationship. Yeah. What if you're not in a bad relationship? That was what I was saying. Your relationship is fine.
No. If you're in a good relationship, then I don't think you're going to meet the person in the first place.
But what if the good relationship you're in is not the soul wrenching, heart pulling kinetic energy that you have with this other person?
I got one word for you. Might be two. It's more. Grow the fuck up.
Can you say that?
I just did.
12 words.
I just did. I mean, seriously. I mean, that's why you give up. It really depends on what you're talking about a good relationship. If your relationship is good on all levels, sexually, personality, your life, your finances, you guys are compatible in so many ways, and it's a good relationship. If you're going to let the thought of some energy derail that, especially and this is the growing up part, we all know that crazy energy doesn't equate necessarily, and usually not, to a good relationship. It just doesn't. It might be.
If it was, and that person left you because they had to
grow?
So it's two schools of thought. Hey,
grow the F up.
You left me. Bye. I got to grow up and be where I'm at. Or I can't stop thinking about you and never have. I need to.
I'm only saying it like this because you have said in this hypothetical, I am in a good relationship. I'm in a good relationship.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she's a good woman. She's a good woman. We've been together. She's got my back. She's my person. Why? Why would you risk that? Because somebody's energy commingles with yours well.
Okay. You're in a good relationship. It's going well. Like you say, all the things match, but it doesn't
It
reach your
doesn't have
soul.
passion.
It doesn't fulfill you. It fulfills you in the sense that it's a good relationship. It's all well. You guys laugh, you talk, you can cook together. You can, you got a split end there.
Splitting hairs. This is what Chris is doing. Chris is grasping at
But
straws.
but there's something. So then you shouldn't be there in the first place. You know what? I don't know the answer. You know what? I'm not going to.
You don't like the answer that I have. You would like to construe an answer of your own that feels good, which for you, that answer would be, okay, so Chris, here's what I want to say. If you are in a good relationship, a good sustainable relationship it checks all your boxes. Now, some boxes might not be as, well checked as others, but you're checking all your boxes in a long-term, good, sustainable relationship.
So then you're saying,
but you're not describing necessarily a good relationship. You're subscribing a good enough relationship. Now, if you're asking me, what should I do if I settled for somebody? It's a good enough relationship, but she was the one I wanted. She left. I'm in a decent relationship. It's not the one that I would have picked, on and on and on. If that's what you're saying, see, then my answer is different.
Your answer now, here's you parlayed me. This is why we do what we do into something here now. Okay. So a good enough relationship. Those are top words. That is where the problem lies. Vito, John, whoever, Lawrence, whoever your names are, the relationships that we may have been in were not good enough. They were made up. They were created. They were falsified to be in a relationship, to have sex if that's what you wanted, or to have a companion if that's what you wanted, but it just didn't fulfill you. So eventually it's going to go bad and somebody's going to be hurt.
And the sad part is
Vito and John come on saying somebody's a player.
Well, exactly, because the sad part is it takes time. It takes time. Thank God you didn't get married and then find out after sometimes it takes a few years to figure it out.
I wouldn't have known. We broke up, we were young. We broke up. In my situation, who knows? 50-50 shot, okay? My life was different growing up. I was always on the go, and I've had beautiful girlfriends, great girls, but, I think there were times where I was ready to give it all up, and I got hurt. So I would be the Vito talking about these girls, okay? So they don't see that side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's an argument for both cases. I mean, the divorce rate isn't where it's at because people take their time and recognize when they're not compatible with somebody. It's where it's at because too many people use the scenario you're talking about and say, well, this relationship might not be everything it should be for me. And yeah, she might have been the one that got away and she's available now, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to be the stand-up guy that life dictates me to be. And I'm going to stay with the not so good one because she has put a couple of years into this relationship. She's had my back. She's loyal and she deserves it. So let's get married because she deserves that. Okay. Too many people pull the trigger, walk down the aisle when they're sitting in their room getting dressed for the wedding saying, I don't want to do this. I mean, literally, this isn't cold feet.
Do you know how many times I've heard that from girls that have been divorced that now I meet and get to go out with, whatever, and I hear these stories all the time. And here's my winning statement to that entire thing. People plan a wedding. They don't plan a marriage.
Yeah.
They don't.
That's right.
They plan a fantasy. They don't plan a partner.
Can you imagine going through with a wedding because you don't want to disappoint your parents? Or somebody flew across the country to attend. And that's why you do it. If you don't want to get married, then don't get married. Take your lumps, take everybody being mad at you and grow the F up and do the right thing and break that person's heart today versus getting married, having kids, and breaking all kinds of people.
Yeah. I mean, I believe in fate. Christina came on and she's like, do you believe in fate? She goes, and that sometimes it's not the right time, but circumstances bring you together again.
Yeah.
With neither person being in a relationship. I do believe in that. I do absolutely believe in that. Fate's big, but fate can also bring you together with somebody when you're with somebody. So, the old adage, they say, we don't have control. Our story is written. Is it?
Like predestined.
Predestined?
Right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are we supposed to be with whoever?
Well, do we have free will or not? Or,
do we?
Do we?
We should.
I think that is, what you're talking about is a lesson hard learned. And that is a lesson that I don't think I learned until I was in my late 50s. And I had to learn that, what I'm talking about, that I am in charge of who I'm with. I am the only one that knows what I actually want, in a relationship. And if I end up in a relationship that can't be sustained, if I'm going to lay blame, I'm blaming myself because I willingly went into it. I'm not going to blame him because he ended up being a drug addict jerk off. Lots of blame to go around. Okay. I get it, but I get nothing out of saying, well, yeah, he wasn't everything that he seemed to be. Well, I bet you he was that before you married him. I'll bet he was. Odds are, sometimes that's not true. Sometimes people change. Sometimes you get the short end of the stick, but it's still up to you to recognize it and walk away. And I'm not talking about domestic violence and all that. I understand that as a mind fuck. I get it. Keep it in context.
So what if there's a person or people, not people. Okay. So you're back to my initial statement. You're in a relationship that maybe was a fabricated relationship, although it's not bad. It's a good partnership. You guys work well together. Finances work well together. You travel together. So when life is good, it's easy to be good. But there's a platonic situation, or there's that person that left for whatever reason, like you say, going to the military or going on sabbatical, whatever it is. And that's really where your heart lies. The old saying, the heart knows what it wants. What do you do? How do you handle that?
So I have a thought. What about those stories you hear about men or women who are in their 40s, 50s, never got married? And they tell you, if you bother to ask, that the reason that they never got married was because the one that was meant for them got away. And they just know that was the person for them. For whatever reason, they didn't get them. And it could be death, or it could be they ended up with somebody, whatever it is. But that person made the conscious decision that they just never thought that anybody could live up to them. And as long as they think that way, they probably could never make anybody else happy. So stay single and treasure the memory. Huh? No. Some of these people just don't ever have. They may date, but they go into it saying, I don't want a relationship. They're just, I'm good. I had my love and it didn't work.
Now,
and I'm done.
Now, you're right. I do think that person pigeonholes themselves to not letting love in. But if you have a love that strong for somebody, anybody, whatever, whatever your relationship is, and you can't get past that person, they got away or they passed away. And I think you know where I'm going to go with this. Okay. I feel that there's got to be a timeline. I have two thoughts going on in my head, and I don't know if I should bring them up, but the first thing is, okay, if you love somebody, what's that? It is unfiltered. If you love somebody that much and they got away, they got away. Okay. So it's always going to be in the back of your head and your heart. You have to use that energy to try and find your next love. And
if
use
you want
that
to.
If you want to. But you have to. You got to open up. But now, all right, I feel you got to. Well, I should talk. I'm no advocate.
I agree. The majority of the population does work that way, but not everybody does.
But now, you're married 50 years, 40 years, 20 years, whatever. Unfortunately, your spouse passes away. This could be controversial, could not. Then what? I've seen it where 6 months later, they're out there. Bam! I can't be alone. That to me, a little bit, maybe I'm wrong, I could be totally wrong, is like, did I really, I let that person out of my head that fast? Or trying to, I know I'm choking on my words here, because trying to find that love, like you say, I let that the one that got away and the one that left away is very similar parallel.
Yeah, either way, you've lost your love.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
So I have a little bit of a different take on it. Just in so much as we can't dictate how other people grieve, right? So we can't know how that person processes things. My feelings are because of that, because I know everybody grieves different and there's no time frame. Because I know that. I believe that some people could start dating right away. I believe some people could take years. Some people never get there. The thing I believe that more people need to do, regardless of how long it takes, is to be real with themselves and the person that they're going to date if they do choose to start dating. To be brutally honest with themselves, not with the other person, with themselves. They need to be very honest. Are they really in a position to start dating? They have to be very unselfish, very selfless in their thinking. Because I have dated 3 widowers, and every one of them, all 3 of them had the same issue. They all were in varying degrees of how long it's been since their spouse passed. And they all weren't ready. And it was one of them I dated 5 times just to be sure. And another one I dated a few times, and I spent like 48 hours really spending a lot of time talking to him. And they all had the same issue. They weren't ready. And it presented in a completely different way. And I think the main thing is that the person going through it needs to be honest with themselves. I don't think they are.
I agree 100%. And it's not fair. Now that means, so how can you, like Debbie Belushi says, she goes, well, can you be with someone who openly tells you that they don't want something serious? Whether it be a widower or whether it be, now you feel that this is the one. You feel that this is your person. This is the one you want. You love this person. You feel, they always say one feels stronger than the other. But this person doesn't want a serious relationship, okay? But they want to date you. They like you. They want to have sex with you. Whatever it is, I don't know. Can you do that? I know somebody who went through that. They were madly in love with somebody. Not me. This is a friend of mine. They were madly in love with this person, but this person couldn't give them. I can't take all the hot seat. It really wasn't me. And they went with this person, and this person cared for them, loved them, but couldn't give them what they wanted, and eventually fell apart because she couldn't deal. And she's years and years later still hurt by this. So
that's all the I mean, I'm sorry, but all the if you assign blame or fault, all of it goes on the person who pursued that relationship knowing they wanted more and the person couldn't give it to them.
Right.
That person, and that's all I ever want from a person. If you, and this is great because this is what I run up against in dating all the time now. It's kind of like my main complaint right now. If you aren't capable, or just, don't want, whatever, you're not capable of having a long-term monogamous committed relationship, just be honest and tell the person that's what you're doing. Like your friend's person said, I can't give you what you want. The ball's in your court. What do you want to do? Now, if I have talked to men dating who I felt like the chemistry was crazy, and they made it clear that they were just looking for, like, friend with benefits, and they dangle that little carrots, like, if it turns into something somewhere along the line, that'll be fine. But I know I'm not giving myself to somebody who I feel like could be a long-term relationship when he has clearly said he doesn't want to. I respect the fact that he told me that, and I'm moving on, period. My problem is these men lie because they know I make it very clear. Okay, I'll walk away. I'm okay with that. Thank you for being honest. Oh, but I don't know. You're different. Maybe I do want long-term. I think I could do long-term. It's like bullshit. Fortunately, good on me. I don't buy that. I leave.
But here's where I'm going to become really controversial. Women, I'm not saying men, I'm not pointing the finger at women, but I'm going to say this. Women rule the world. Women use sex as a weapon.
Of course they do.
They know.
I think I said that last week.
The lion. We want it. We're men. Okay? And my mother's probably listening to this right now, but whatever. It's okay. All right? We want this. We are attracted. It's our human nature.
It still comes down to telling each other what you really want.
Okay, but yeah, but they don't.
If you're primal and alpha and you want to get into it, you tell her, what you got, I want.
Yeah, but the women think that they're using that, and it's weird because you're a woman, I'm a man, so we're talking about this, but she thinks she's going to change him. She thinks she's going to change him. She thinks
that's
where all these disgruntled relationships happen. Yeah, he's a player. He's a this. He's no good. He's using.
And that's fine.
He didn't do anything.
That's right.
Went along with him.
Yes, but Chris, it depends on how that went down. As I said, okay, I don't use sex to try to get anybody to change anything. I don't want a man, which I've already said. You tell me you're not interested, I'm walking away. I don't want to change anybody.
But the man may not say that. The man may not say I'm not interested. He is interested, but he doesn't know how much.
But that's what I'm getting at. And a woman knows what's going on. Okay, but not all women lead with their sexuality, but it happens that way anyway, because as you've pointed out, men are very primal, they're very alpha, they are what they are, and they're predators and we're the prey. And that's just how that works. I just feel like more honesty needs to happen, more. I think it's pretty easy for a man to recognize when it's primarily sexual attraction. And I think it's also pretty easy for a woman to recognize when that's happening. I don't think if she moves forward, it's on her that she ignored that red flag, And if it all falls apart, she shouldn't be allowed to go around and call him a player.
But they do, and they
you're not going to stop them.
And some men know how to handle it. Some men walk away from it. Some men don't pursue it. It's
You're never going to change it. There's always going to be women that do that. Just like there's always going to be men that won't be honest with me, that's all they want. because they know after talking to me for just a few minutes, because the first thing you talk about is, well, what are you looking for? So I make it very clear, relationship. And they quickly change, okay, I'm not going to let her know that I don't want a relationship. And that's the inherent risk that we take in dating. And the other inherent risk is that when it falls apart, they're going to talk bad about us. I've been talked bad about. A man, I'm sure that there are men out there who have claimed, oh, she talked and talked and talked and talked.
No men talk bad about Christine.
Whatever. I'm sure. Yeah, let the line start to the left. I'm sure that there are men out there who, could say shit. But all I can do is just give my side of it if I so choose to. And the same for you, which you're fortunate. You've got this platform where you can tell people, hey, I heard so-and-so was saying crap about me last week. Let me tell you my side. Again, there's 3 sides to every story.
Yes.
And you know what? The best thing to do, walk away and just be, just everybody just grow up. We're not together. Just goodbye. Exactly. Go find your love.
It's hard because we'll talk about that at a different time, but that's where all that sexual feeling comes in. That's where they use that against each other. They, you go out one night with your friends, I'm drinking, I'm this, I'm that, and they think about that. Oh, let me call. And then it becomes complicated. That's where complicated comes in.
I guess you need to look for more mature and grown-up people.
I agree. And we've all been there. And the moral to the story is I really think trust your gut, trust your heart, trust your feelings.
Pay attention to red flags.
Pay attention to exactly. And
be led by this head.
No matter how hot or how sexy or how attracted you are to this person, be true to yourself.
Well, that's why I always talk about not having sex until you talk, which is why I also talk about getting the serious shit right out there in the front. Like, guys will ask me, because I'll tell a man, if you're on the dating sites, when you start texting, ask the questions before you meet. Tell them that you have to wait like a week to meet. Give yourself those 5 or 6 days of texting and take advantage of it. Talk to them. Ask the hard questions. Play that 20 question game and ask sexual questions. And they'll be like, how am I supposed to ask sex questions to a woman I've never even met? And I'm like, dude, I know what you like. As far as, you're here, we're having this conversation. And if you ask a woman a sexual question in a respectful way, like, and there is a way to do that. If broaching the topic of sex makes her freaking hate you, do you really want to be with this person?
Stay tuned for our next podcast, Sexting with Christine.
It's part of it. It's part of it. It has to be.
Call 555-6969.
Whatever. I have satisfied customers.
Oh my God. No, for real though. You're right. Trust your gut, trust your instincts, ask the questions, know the game, play the game, but play it right. Play by the rules. And, sometimes you have to create the rules.
Said by the player. Sometimes you have to Did you say that?
I did. And I did it for a reason. And I wanted to see what you were going to do. And you did it. You did it.
Oh, you set me up? He's
did.
My wingman. My straight man. I walked right through that door. Hey, I just said that yesterday. You open the door a crack. I will walk through it. No worries.
Yeah. Walk through a few doors. It's okay. Yeah. Just listen. When one door opens, walk through it because another one's going to close. You know what I mean?
The one you walk through.
The one you walk through. It's going to close. Just don't let it hit you in the ass.
Right.
Did I just leave you speechless?
No. Just thought I'd, let you talk. Oh.
I'm speechless.
So did we talk about what you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. Well, kind of. I mean, we'll parlay it into next week. Our time is up. You know,
It is. It goes so fast.
It does go fast. And
So I wanted to say to everybody listening, we are going to try, I think that we are going to try to have somewhat of a topic every week. I mean, it's obvious when Chris and I start talking, we just kind of, just talk. I say just grab some coffee, tea, drink, whatever you want, sit back and just, hang on.
grab some beachwatercoffee.com.
There you go. Grab your coffee and, come along for the ride. And nobody commented in the YouTube chat today.
You know what? I wasn't sure if I was on that or not as we're learning our platforms. I'm seeing a lot on the Facebook that's where I was pulling some of that stuff from. So I guess I'll put this question out there is, first of all, Christine and I have emails now. You can email us. Christine's is realtalkwithchristine@gmail.com.
Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine.
Yes. Yes. No, isn't it Real Talk?
Let me look.
We're just setting this up. It's real. And mine is realtalkwithchrisanthony@gmail.com.
He's right.
I thought I made a mistake once, but I was wrong.
Frame this moment.
Yeah, you're not kidding. So realtalkwithchristine@gmail.com, realtalkwithchrisanthony@gmail.com. And you can also text the group and
join the group if you're not on it.
Please. And let us know. Do you want us to just do this unfiltered real talk? Do you like what's going on? We hope you do. Or do you want us to hit on specific topics? What do you think?
Yeah, because today we had a topic, but it just was loose. We were all over the place. We talked about whatever we wanted to. It all relates to dating and adult, challenges in the 21st century and just in life in general. And that's kind of what we'll do. We'll just talk because we're both, single people out in the dating world. And so it's just going to happen that way. But if you want it to be a little more structured, if you want a little more deep topics, I'm sure we can do that.
It's a place for you to come.
What?
I said it's a place for you to come, hang out with us. Like Christine said, have your coffee, have your cocktail, whatever. Have a good time. Comment. Get on the YouTube or get on the Facebook. We can see all the comments, but we'd like to see them from all different directions. Join the group. Let's have some fun.
Plus, guys, if you go to the YouTube channel, which is Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine, go there, subscribe, and if you click that little bell, every time that it starts streaming live, you'll get notified with a push notification right on your phone, and it's going to tell you, hey, they just went live, and you can just click the link, and boom, on it.
We're going to blast the heck out of it this week. We'll be on Thursday, 7 o'clock. It's twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday, and we're going to be ready for you. It's going to be a lot of fun, and, I'm excited. I love doing this with Christine. I think it's awesome. I think she's got a dynamic smile on fire. Every time I look to the left because of the delay, I see that smile there. It's great. And I love hanging out with you guys. Love your comments. Thank you.
Me too. Love you guys and look forward to growing and talking and gosh.
As Christine would say, growing the fuck up.
See, you can say it. Nobody came out and slapped your hand. Ugh. Now your mom might give you a call in a minute.
Now listen. So,
Chris, do you really have to talk that way? People are watching.
Silence can't be misquoted.
It's bad enough that your co-host is got such a potty mouth. Why do you have
No, she does not. We said it once. We're allowed.
If she jumped off a bridge, would you jump off of it right behind her?
If I had to save her, maybe.
Aww.
Tune in next week. We'll see you Thursday, 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, this Thursday, day after tomorrow.
Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine and Chris.
And Chris.
realtalkwithchristine@gmail.com. realtalkwithchrisanthony@gmail.com. Send us your love. Send us your comments. We'll see you then. See you in your streams.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.